Alright, guys, so recently there has been a lot of controversy between this particular character named Pearl from the Steven Universe show, mainly the voice actor, because it has came to everybody's attention that the person who voiced Pearl is a MAGA supporter, a right winger person, which is kind of insane for people. People say it was kind of insane because Pearl is from Steven Universe is like one of the gayest characters on the cartoon, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't watch Steven Universe that much, but yes, isn't Pearl like one of the gayest characters in the show, which makes it 100 times crazier? Like, I got clips right here. I don't know if this I got some clips right here about, I guess, a Pearl gay compilation for Rose. And isn't this, like, I don't know if this is the same actor or not, but it would be 100 times funny if it was.
In the center of the garden, Rose's fountain, overflowing with your mother's healing lacrimal essence. Our memories of Rose can't be tainted by some overgrown brambles. Look at them. They're a mess without her guidance. Directionless, pathetic, clinging things. It's going to be okay, Garnet.
What's dead?
What are you doing in here?
What are you doing in here?
I just wanted to see how the shards are reacting to Rose's bubble.
Just so you know, this is probably the person behind this is probably the MAGA voice actor, which it's funny that now there's like audio of her saying this stuff. That's why I decided to play the compilation. I just thought it was funny that there was audio of this person, saying in a Pearl gay compilation. Anyways, moving forward. So as you know, when people find out someone's MAGA, Twitter goes crazy over this, which, I mean, you can have whatever they want, but not sure if this is like something to get worked up about. But who knows? I could be wrong. Let's check it out.
The voice actor for Pearl from
Jesus Christ.
Steven Universe might actually be a conservative. Over the weekend, this possibility has shaken Twitter and Reddit users who are fans of the show. When a couple weeks back, some users found out that Dee and Magno Hall follows conservative accounts on Instagram.
Is that the proof that they're a MAGA? Following accounts?
People confused as
Not sure if that's like fully proof. As long as they follow like Democratic accounts too, I feel like that shouldn't be like hard-hitting proof.
how someone involved with a show like Steven Universe could ever support things like that. Some on the right in response are running to claim Steven Universe for themselves, editing Pearl.
That's funny as shit, bro. That is actually insane. What the fuck?
With MAGA hats.
Like, this is cringy as shit, dude. Like, even like from a political standpoint, like if you have to be like the biggest MAGA head ever, this is the cringiest shit I've seen in my life. Like, what are we doing here? Why are you editing her in a fucking hat?
That she is a chud now. But there's a lot to get into, so let's just jump in.
Pearl? Wait, it was right there the whole time. Pearl? Pearl Davis? Oh my gosh. Guys, I think I cracked the case. Pearl is actually Pearl Davis. Think about it. Why is her name Pearl? Why is it not a gay name, like lesbian or something? This is Pearl Davis. This is like her in another universe. Oh my gosh, I'm such a genius.
Welcome to the internet versus MAGA Pearl.
Oh my god.
It starts when a couple weeks back, Polly Pearls tweets out, "Wait, why did
Polly Pearls?
I just realized Dee Magno Hall, voice of Pearl Steven Universe, follows a Charlie Kirk and Turning Point on Instagram. Girl, genuinely, what are you doing? Was already not a fan of her
Lol?
person, though, because I think she posted stuff supporting Israel a while ago. Baked Bananas replies to the thread by saying, please tell me you're kidding. And Polly Pearls says, unfortunately not. And there is this picture attached showing them following Charlie Kirk.
I think I follow Charlie Kirk, no? On Twitter? Do I? No, I'm doing live research right now. No, I actually haven't blocked. Oh shit. I probably hadn't blocked before, like the assassination though, so.
And the this one showing a Turning Point USA. Small T replies, I'd ask if this is a case of her just staying informed, but what I'm seeing from other people about her makes me fear it's earnest. Christopher Bartz replies, how the fuck do you voice one of the most important queer characters in all of animation, made by proudly queer creator, having met countless queer fans, and still fall down the MAGA pipeline?
That's actually crazy, bro.
How do you, as an actor, reconcile those two things? Because if you're a conservative, how do you accept your most prominent role as an actor being a sapphic space warrior? And if you want to uplift queer causes by playing that role, then why follow people who stand against that? A few days after this tweet,
I don't know, bro. Things are wild.
Go over on our Steven Universe. Cinnamoroll Fairy also posted about the situation. Now this here has been edited, but this here is the original post. They ask, is Dee Magno Hall right-wing? I was curious about the voice actors behind one of my favorite shows of all time. I found that the actress for Pearl is following conservative Anns, an influencer with extremely anti-progressive stances. She's also very Christian and follows multiple sus accounts, which doesn't inherently mean she thinks the same as them, but it's hard for me to understand how the actress for Pearl, who worked on the Steven Universe, could support anti-rainbow/anti-inclusivity stuff IRL. Edit, I'm not detailing specifics due to the subreddit guidelines, but my suspicion is based on her following various accounts that are entirely centered on anti-progressive ideals. I can't speak for everyone, but in my experience, following multiple accounts with a similar theme signifies your interests. But at the end of the day, the only reason I care is because of my emotional attachment to the show.
Oh gosh, no. This is useless.
I hope she is not right-wing despite the evidence, which is a reflection of my own cognitive dissonance.
Oh god. No. This does not sound good.
I do believe that what you stand for matters, but it's not my choice how an actress I've never met behaves IRL. What I do know is I'll never stop loving the show itself. Not Tart replies,
That's fair.
If I'm not mistaken, Greg's voice actor is married to a predator. Julia Vickerman, I believe her name
The
is.
fuck?
And Nicki Minaj, Sugar Light's VA, went MAGA, so best not to let any of the voice actors' great performances color your views of them as people. And Rosieverse says, literally gonna refer to Nicki as Sugar Light's voice actor from now till the end of time. TFJ
Lol.
says, Tom Schrapling is married to that Julia Vickerman, as in creator of 12 Forever, who admitted to stalking a 14-year-old boy at a county fair in her Tumblr, Julia Vickerman. And OK Ask says, I did a double take because I was so confused and thought he was still with Tara T. This thread is how I found out. What the fuck happened? The big Texan says, I met her at a con. She signed a Funko Pop for me. She was sweet, but I believe she put a Bible verse or something in addition
LOL. Jesus.
to her signature. It didn't come up in our conversation though. And Star Jilly Boba says, if I had a nickel for every time I've heard of a voice actor turning fan interactions into opportunities to promote Christianity, I would have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but
It's weird it happened twice.
it's weird that it happened twice. And Sarah Shadow says, was the other one James Arnold Taylor by any chance? And Star Jilly Boba says, Vic Mignogna, his fans are rabid. But I guess that makes 3. Donald Marcus says, her Christianity has always
Okay.
been a non-hidden part of her life. But at the same time, never anything evangelical or discriminatory. Additionally, I was at SDCC when Rebecca Sugar came out as bisexual on stage, and Dee Dee was just beaming at her the entire time with a loving look. So I
Congrats.
can't imagine she harbors any views in the way of queer-phobic. She also hung out with Michaela Dietz and the other voice actors a ton over the course of the show, so I never figured she was politically conservative. There was also the
She
2016
probably has conservative views, but like she doesn't keep, I guess, spread it out IRL. Like she probably keeps it to herself type shit.
election. I remember her posting online about the cast going into the booth to record the next day and referencing that they had to move on out of a funk or something along those lines. I can't recall exactly, but she definitely didn't imply that the mood was a happy one post-Trump election. And Lafrite says, I don't know, dog, at some point things must have changed if she's following TPUSA. And a girl whatever award says, it probably appeared on her feed as promoting Christian values in colleges or whatever, and she liked it. I'm pretty sure I noticed her following it before Kirk's to death too. She seems pretty politically gullible in the way that a lot of Christians are.
So maybe she only follows Kirk and Turning Point USA for the Bible's Christianity stuff, not the right wing stuff. Maybe that could be the reason. No, not falling full defense for DDD whatever her name is, but that could be a possibility.
The Twitter
Let's not you can't just jump on somebody for just following Kirk on Twitter or on Instagram.
Polly Pearls also makes another
Because if you're like me, I follow any random person, whoever has if you walk, I follow you. I haven't used Instagram in a while, but if you walk, I follow you. I follow any account that has legs, basically.
a tweet saying, the Dee Dee Magno-Hall situation is so weird because what do you mean you're most famous for voicing the craziest lesbian in animation history, but you're a Charlie Kirk fan? Genuinely bizarre what is going on in her.
Again, you don't know if they're like a full-on Charlie Kirk fanboy or
Toonhive
fangirl.
posts about this situation saying, Steven Universe fans are speculating that Dee Dee Magno-Hall, the voice of Pearl, may support MAGA after noticing she follows Charlie Kirk and several MAGA-affiliated accounts on Instagram.
My Kirk, Charlie Kirk. My Kirk, your Kirk, Charlie Kirk.
Clone Creed replies,
Jesus.
Animation is for everyone crowd when someone in the industry has conservative political views. 23W32 replies with this image of
This
Pearl.
guy has to be a bot. Like, there's no way you just edit her in a fucking... I feel like this guy has, like, multiple cartoons or somebody in MAGA hats. This is insane, bro.
And a MAGA hat. Velva says, sorry, wokies, but Steven Universe belongs to the Chuds now. Paulo says, Steven Universe teaches us that a straight white guy can just show up and fix issues that a bunch of lesbians spent thousands of years arguing about. Stars and Tigers quote tweets a post with a screenshot of their own post saying, always funny when leftists go art is left wing, like they aren't constantly double checking and breathing down the necks of every artist, musician, and actor to make sure they're not right wing, and making sure they lose everything they have if they are right wing. Kaguya's top gal quoted
This guy 9/11 for... Okay, dude.
the post by saying 9/11 for child actors, and Andrew Polony replies, I'll never get over how Steven Universe fans went through the entire series watching all characters be gay as fuck,
Only for one of the gay characters to not be gay. In fact, I guess follow Charlie Kirk.
and crying about how we should all love and accept each other no matter what, only to learn zero lessons and wish death on everyone that disagrees with them. Scandinavian Dallas quote tweets a Toonhive with this clip in the caption, couldn't find the one who...
Low-key, that would be a party I won't support, though. I support inclusivity of everybody.
made the original voiceover, but here's mine.
You can't manipulate me, Dean Withers.
I'm not manipulating you. I just want to debate.
What is this?
Debate? I've been fighting ever since September 10th, 2025. Because of what you did to Turning Point USA. Because of what you did to my podcaster. Because of what you did to my car.
Is this like Pearl, but like possessed into like a monster? I don't watch Steven Universe, so I don't know what the hell goes on in the Steven Universe world, but like, this has to be Pearl, right? The blue?
Erica Kirk? My Kirk! Your Kirk! Charlie Kirk!
Jamie.
What the fuck did I just watch? I have brain damage from watching that.
Tweets Toonhive by saying, DD Magadoodoo. Y'all quant tweets out the
DD Magadoodoo. That's crazy.
Pearl from Steven Universe is MAGA and follows that bitch that got shot in the neck. And LQ Dodo
Ouch.
says, her being Charlie Kirk's Pearl. Alex says, I'd be sad, but this means I can weaponize this to hate on Steven Universe even more, so I'll force myself to see this as a win. Boucham tweets out,
Wait, why would you... Actually, never mind.
DD Magno Hall, the voice of the lesbian Pearl from the woker cartoon Steven Universe, is MAGA. There were 2 MAGA demons in the cast of Steven Universe. Dog. And
Who was the other manga cast?
Manlet King quote tweets the post by saying, 99% of media has an aggressively liberal artist involved, even in more right-leaning films. So it's absolutely hilarious that the reverse is happening with Steven Universe. I hope they can never watch it again, just like Harry Potter. And Moon Chud says,
Oh yeah, because of somebody.
do I have to pretend to like Steven Universe just to troll the liberals and leftists? Come on. And Manlet says, I'm not going to go that far. I'll observe from a distance and laugh. Tony says, Steven Universe had an episode that was expressly, please do not disown your conservative loved ones. EF Comics quote tweets Boucham by saying,
I mean,
imagine being a grown adult who is this disappointed over a children's cartoon. Over a voice actor even. Pathetic.
they're not wrong in that sense.
Possum Reviews also tweets about the situation by saying, DD Magno Hall, the voice actor of Pearl from Steven Universe, got outed as a right-winger and Charlie Kirk fan, and Steven Universe...
Again, you don't know this person's a fucking Charlie Kirk fan. Just a follow doesn't mean shit.
fans are not handling it well. And there's this compilation
Please tell me you read all this.
attached with a bunch of different tweets, some that we've already read.
It's just everybody expressing disappointment.
But this one here by Mai saying, OMG, who the fuck cares? I don't know, maybe the people who felt represented by the show and found comfort in it. And just other posts, again, summarize
The show, bro.
the situation.
Or
And
sis.
Cinna Hoarder replies, it just shows how whiny, narcissistic, and psychotic the Steven Universe fan base is. Also, remember this fan
Doesn't every cartoon fan base have... Isn't every fan base that likes, like, a specific cartoon psychotic in some way? Like, have you seen the Loud House fan base? Those are filled with fucking pedos and shit.
base and the show's creator are the reason the animation and shows and plot lines are complete garbage since 2013. And Fenris replies, didn't the fan base also harass an artist who dared to draw Rose as a thin woman? Yeah, they're filled with crazies. Goldensaurus says,
Hey, that's the girl that Pearl was in love with.
wow, a right-winger willingly employed to star in a woke cartoon. It's kind of like Sydney Sweeney got her breakout role in The Handmaid's Tale, despite being a registered Republican. What's with Hollywood conservatives kowtowing to left-wing projects? I know they need a paycheck, but still, is money worth sacrificing your values?
Dude, I mean, I don't give a shit, dude.
Cody Abear tweets possum reviews with this.
So, Steven, tell me more about this Connie girl you've been talking to. The MAGA hat and the fucking chud shirt.
Art in the caption, MAGA Chud Pearl is upon us. And it's Pearl wearing a shirt that says even heaven has borders and saying, so Steven, tell me more about this Connie girl you've been talking to.
Damn, Steven's going to hell.
Mountain General tweets possum reviews by saying, she is lucky to be outed in 2026. If this happened in 2020, she would have been eaten alive. Rock solid
Nah, I think you would still be eaten alive in 2026.
tweets the post by saying, woke MF's feeling 1% of the pain a Chud feels when his fave anime character's English voice actor tries using the character's image to push their political agendas. Ember tweets out this clip with the caption, so this is how I found out that Pearl voice actor is MAGA supporter.
Is that a gumball version of Pearl?
These textbooks are incomplete. There were black Roman warriors, black medieval knights, black classical musicians, black cowboys, black fighter pilots. Where are they? I worry
Everything's black.
about you humans because you only live, what, about 100 years? You rely on these stories to know your own history. Thanks to systemic racism, most of your storytellers prioritize white accomplishments, which leaves you with an incomplete picture. Ask yourself as you're learning history, who's telling the story? Was this modified to make white readers comfortable? Are major details being left out that would credit people of color and center their point of view? Honestly, I should have asked for script approval before agreeing to do this.
We'll do some
What the fuck?
rewrites. I'm sorry. We didn't know.
Well, so now you know.
I'm dead.
And Mega Swampert replies, I mean, she's not necessarily a MAGA supporter just because she follows a few right-wing accounts. It is very
She doesn't even follow the president of the United States of America, so maybe that's her saving grace for the Pearl actor.
funny seeing people freak out about it, though. Sensei Gaki quotes the
Although that is probably right.
post by saying, if a contract forced me to voice act lines like black Roman warriors, I'd become full MAGA out of sheer spite, too. New Melanist Pegu tweets the post by saying, she probably became MAGA after realizing everything said in that PSA is completely false. Lewis Latimer improved the light bulb after Edison, despite prior inventions by other people. This would be like claiming Elon Musk created Twitter because he bought it. Chairman tweets the post by
Lol.
saying, the job of a voice actor isn't actually to repeat their own political opinion through the mouth of a cartoon character. And Stars and Tiger says, learning that a leftist is a person that believes the stripper actually likes them. Halo tweets out a comic that they made about the situation with a caption in light of
Wait a minute. Are they gonna...
recent news, and it is
Oh my god. They drew Pearl as Charlie Kirk.
a painting of Pearl in reference to the Kirk assassination, where she is wearing a shirt that says White Diamond Power, and she's asking, counting or not counting gym violence? And then here you see a bang
Oh
with
shit.
her gym exploding, and then Garnett says, I'm sorry, Steven. And Steven is crying, and Amethyst is holding him, saying, dude. And
What the fuck art is this?
then Garnett says, it had to be done. Now, there is a community note attached to this comic here.
Okay, what the fuck? Lance, aka whatever the hell, is a pedophile groomer with evidence. Jesus, this guy just posted art and then the community... My god. all this guy wanted to do was post his art, and then here's a community note being like, yeah, this guy's a pedophile, by the way. Which, rightfully, like, if there's evidence against this guy being a pedophile, this guy should be taken down, by the way. There's no way you should be on the internet posting shit, bro, if you're a pedophile.
Context: Lance, aka Halo Son Horns, is a file groomer with evidence in a Google Doc being 212 pages long.
My god, 200 pages of you just being a pedo?
And then here is just a preview of the front of the document here. Horn Son Halos and the different context warnings. Lance is his IRL name, and this is his Instagram, and other various allegations in this document. And yes, it is about 222 pages.
Damn.
And Fresher Luke quotes the post by saying, "Wow, they're not violently deranged at all." Epic Trey quotes the post by saying, "World's record like to unlike realization time." Back over to Reddit on the
Literally.
Steven Universe subreddit, Master of Paradox, a post about the situation asking, "So, we all saw Pearl's not-so-secret Instagram following list. Are they still going to cast her? If Pearl was meant to show up in a Lars of the Stars, and that is an if, what happens now?
Wait, Steven Universe still going? I thought it ended.
Are they still going to cast her VA like nothing happened? Are they going to make Pearl never appear again? What's the possibility they'll cast someone else?"
They'll fucking cast her again, and she'll still voice act Pearl, regardless of the fucking controversy, because this controversy is probably going to go away by the time August hits, so just saying.
Suppose it was expected that we would never hear of his Sugarlight again, but Pearl is a very important character. Is it over for Pearl? And retro-futuristic robot replies, "Can't say from personal experience, but I remember somebody sharing that they met her at a con and thanking her for how she portrayed a queer character that really meant something to them, only for her to interrupt saying she didn't actually see Pearl as a lesbian. It was noted that they didn't use the word lesbian but queer, which seemed broader and pretty clearly applied to Pearl. Obviously, I don't know, but they seemed to be genuinely surprised." And Arayuk says, "They voiced 'it's over, isn't it?' and thought, yeah, that's pretty normal for a completely straight rock to sing about her bestie." Kindle Rain says, "Yeah, the 'they're not really technically gay' argument is used as a justification to watch the show by homophobes so they don't feel like a hypocrite.
Whoa.
Imagine VAs with similar views do the same thing." And Milo says, "Maybe some people say that because they're homophobes, but it's also just an interesting and true thing." And Kindle Rain says, "Not really. Sugar went out of their way to make sure Ruby and Sapphire were explicitly queer so they couldn't be easily censored. That doesn't happen if they're not really gay." And Milo says, "They're queer when you impose human concepts onto them, which is fine to do in an intentional design choice. But the Gems wouldn't call themselves lesbians. They wouldn't understand the concept." And Kindle says, "They can't have anything imposed on them because they're fictional characters who don't really exist. They do what their writers write them to do, and they were written as queer characters."
What is this fucking conversation, dude?
Analyzing the media, you're applying human concepts when labeling them. But as characters, they wouldn't have a concept of queerness. Their entire race is queer by default if we were to apply human logic to them." And Financial Estimate says, "I disagree. The crystal gems were on Earth long enough to know about queerness. I mean, it's not a recent phenomena. Queer people have existed for
Do I
millennia."
care about this?
Mr. Meatball says, "To be honest, I'm pretty far left and I really don't want her recast. I have family members who follow questionable pages on Instagram, and I would never want them to lose their job over it. If she would
I have a lot of people in my life that follow crazy shit on Instagram.
is actively posting harmful shit, that'd be one thing. To be clear, it's some pretty major red flags, but Pearl is one of my favorite characters in fiction, and Dee Dee has done so much for her."
This is actually a good point, though. Yeah, she's following questionable shit, and you're not allowed to like her for that, but at least she's not posting hateful shit on Instagram.
Given that she hasn't used her fame to actively bolster or promote her beliefs, I kind of feel like that's her private matter. Again, I have a lot of low-key conservative family, so I may be soft on some of them, but at the end of the day, she has not abused anyone or publicly spoken against any vulnerable communities. And Brains
Okay, that's a fair critique.
So Weird says, "On the flip side, one of my greatest regrets in life is giving my low-key conservative family the benefit of the doubt. In my experience, they will gladly and convincingly lie to your face while fucking over whomever they want to fuck over. For all we know, she could be quietly funneling money from queer kids to TPUSA or shit like that. And being radio silent is benefiting her. Not trying to lead a charge to ruin her life or anything, but I don't trust her to have a benign intent while following shit stains like Kirk."
Kirk's dead, though.
Shout out to our Tier 3 members, Internet Representatives, Kiko, Salsao, Coldest Bandito, Captain Crashout, Dearboy, Noobster, Half Mag, and Squunchmo. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you all in the next episode.
Alright, well, I am fucking brain damaged after that. This is a South Park skit, and I love it. Yes, I'll have my nothing burger with nothing fries, LOL. And a large echo chamber cola. Thank God this wasn't 2020. That person would have been. That's what that one guy said on Twitter. It's the fact that people on Twitter are reacting as if the actual character came out as MAGA. I mean, I need to get a job. Same fella. What the fuck are we doing? Did we miss the bright side, the bright white skin, the blonde girl, the bright blue eyes? It's so obvious, of course. The great white Pearl. Pearl Davis. Pearl fist pump in the air, proclaiming build the wall in a wild image. She probably would have built that wall. Well, if it was going to be any gem, it was going to be Pearl. Whatever. Alright. What do you guys think of this whole Pearl MAGA stuff? Me personally, this is kind of a nothing burger. People freaking out over shit. I don't think it's like that big of a deal as long as like the account, the Instagram person, the actor isn't like posting hateful shit. So if she's just following Kirk in the turning point and just like not saying shit, I don't see why this is a big deal. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on the whole thing. What do you guys think of this? Comment down below and I'll see you guys tomorrow.